Next up, we have a story of motherhood, sisterhood, helping, and hope. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rachel, Angie, and her smoking hot abs.
Yeah.
Our adoption attorney told us you were young, very young. You had auburn hair, and you were due in August. She said you were having a boy, a baby boy, and she thought of us right away. She asked if I could write you a letter and maybe include a few photos. It would help if you could put a few faces with our names.
I was 15, just a freshman in high school. How would I finish school? How was I going to take care of a child when I could barely take care of myself? Ellen said she had a family in mind. You guys were a young couple. You had tried many times, but you couldn't have children. She told me to put some pictures together so you could see me. You were runners. You were tall.
Yeah, I'm very
And you dressed up as a Publishers Clearinghouse couple for Halloween. I'm not sure which one helped me decide, but I know you were the ones.
I had driven down for the day to have lunch, to shop, to talk, to go with you and your mom to your doctor's appointment. We were in a dark room, and I remember trying to stay out of the way. Standing in the corner, I watched the wand dance across your belly, and then I saw it. A little flicker, a heartbeat. I tried to hold back my tears, but they flowed so hot and fast down my cheeks. You asked if I was okay. I told you I'd just never seen a baby who was alive on a sonogram. None of my babies ever had hearts that flickered the way his did. And then you smiled because you got it. You got me.
You drove down to meet us for lunch. You guys matched with white shirts and jeans. That's kind of weird, I know, but it worked. It was quiet in that room. The gel on my belly was cold. You were holding your breath. Were you scared? Could you tell I was scared? You had said you'd never heard a baby's heartbeat before. Your pregnancies had never made it that far. I asked the doctor if you could listen to the heartbeat. I needed you to know that our baby was doing okay.
Then it was August, and he was here. The nurse brought him in and told us he needed a bottle. She asked who wanted to feed him. You looked at me from your hospital bed, and you smiled. She wants him, you said. Give him to Angie. And then they placed him in my arms. He had these big, beautiful eyes, and he looked so familiar to me, like I'd known him for 100 years. I looked up at you in your hospital gown, curled around your pillow. He looked like you. And then we were mothers.
It was a long road to the delivery room. We all woke up at 6 a.m. to meet at the hospital. Today was the day. We were going to become mothers. It was a long 12 hours. I didn't cry once. Even with the lady screaming across the hall, this was it. There was no turning back. Our baby boy was coming. I wanted you to feed the baby. I was his mother by birth, but you were the woman who was going to take care of him. Everyone told me how strong I was, what a great thing I was doing. I just wanted him to have a better life than me. 2 parents who loved him, and every opportunity in the world. Today, I gave birth to a child, and I helped create a family, a real family. Today, I helped you.
It was fall, and you came for a visit. You looked amazing, and I looked exhausted. He was so crabby that night, and we took turns bouncing him around my living room. Before you left, you hugged us, and you told me you knew you'd made the right decision. You could see how much I loved him. I carried him up to the rocking chair in his room. He was asleep, but I rocked him anyway. I kissed his head, and I breathed him in. It was dark and quiet, and I started to hum. Then the tears came. They ran down my face like they did the first time I saw his little heart flicker on the screen in that sonogram room. They fell onto his perfect curly hair, and I thought of you.
You went back to Champaign to start your family, and I went back to school. Sophomore year, I was grateful that you gave me my life back. It was time to concentrate on me. I wanted to make you proud. I wanted to make Johnny proud. We kept in touch. I told you about homecoming and how much I was ready to graduate. You sent pictures of first steps and updates throughout the years. Well, here we are. I'm 18, and I just graduated. Johnny is 2. He wants to have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles birthday party. Because of you, I'm headed to Kentucky, University of Louisville. Full ride scholarship. My whole life is ahead of me, all because I shared motherhood with you.
I love our little guy so much. And you, Rachel, there's a lot of love for you too. For picking me, for getting me, for trusting me. This gift of motherhood, a lifetime of precious, tender moments with him, where my thoughts inevitably turn to you. Thank you for sharing this gift, for sharing him, for sharing motherhood with me. That's it.